BBC Television presents Tony Hancock in...
Hancock stopped being woke. Listen, Sid, the Daily Telegraph likes my work. How about that?
Are you sure, Hancock? That doesn't sound like the Tory graph.
Of course I'm sure. It's here in black and white in the entertainment section of their rag. Hancock's half hour used to be dull and boring, but now it's amazingly woke. That's a strange way of putting it, though, Sid. It should be amazing work, surely. They've spelt it wrong.
That's not work, Hancock. It's woke.
Woke? What's that when it's at home?
Woke is the new word for dull and boring.
And it can't be. They're saying I'm not dull and boring anymore, surely. Here, you read it.
Woke is a backhanded compliment. It actually means you're aware of the important issues in the world. But when the Telegraph use it, they mean you're pussyfooting around and scared of upsetting people while being nicey-nicey.
Of course, the Hancock show addresses contemporary issues and the problems we all face. I admit it. But that's good, isn't it, Sid, surely?
Not if you're the Telegraph, it isn't. It makes you dull and boring. You're not racy enough. You're not riding on the bucking bronco.
What could be more racy than the latest political and social issues that get to the very heart of what it means to be human?
There you go. You're being boring, Hancock.
No, I'm not. You don't think I'm boring, do you, Sid?
Well, now you come to mention it.
What can I do? The last thing a comedian wants to be is dull and boring. I suppose I could be a bit more edgy.
No, just try and be yourself. Say it like it is.
And I am saying it like it is, Sid. The world is becoming a cruel place to live in, and we need to make it fair. Perhaps that's me. Perhaps I am dull and boring.
Who says the world is a cruel place to live in?
And with everyone, people who care say so.
Yes, woke people think it's a cruel place to live in, don't they?
On in that, you've got to stand up to tyranny, haven't you? The little man fighting back like Charlie Chaplin.
You don't have to stand up to tyranny at all, mate. Chill out a bit and go with the flow.
And I can't.
Then you're woke, ain't you?
If you see a sick kitten, what do you do, Sid?
That's the difference between you and me, Hancock. I don't go around seeing sick kittens.
And what do you do if you see one? Come on and tell me that, tell me that, tell me that.
And I ignore them. I don't see them. I look at the birds instead.
Right, okay, let's put it another way. What do you do when you see a sick bird?
No girls, Hancock. I see girls. Fit one's mind.
And you've got a one-track mind, Sid James.
I know, Hancock. Sex sells. It's what people want. You're too middle class.
But it's not what my viewers want, and my viewers are middle class.
Yes, it is what they want. Look at what happened when ITV put that sexy reality show on at the same time as BBC's Hancock.
And I admit I lost a few viewers, but it could have been the weather.
You lost loads of viewers, Hancock? 3 million to be precise.
So they aren't my sort of viewer. People who want to gawp at naked young people flaunting themselves semi-naked aren't my sort of people.
Yes, they are. Everyone likes to look at naked young people on a beach.
And I like nice people, and nice people like nice stuff.
Because you're woke, like the Telegraph said.
Hang on, Sid, I've just been sent a text from the head of BBC Comedy who wants to have a heart-to-heart.
You know what that means, don't you, Hancock?
Good morning, Mr. Hancock.
Good morning, Mr. Alabaster. Goodness me, doesn't time fly. Last time we met, you were still in short pants, running errands and making tea for James Corden.
Don't worry, I'm still in short pants most of the time.
And you look so young. How on earth did you do it, Jimmy?
I don't know. One day I was making tea and I got a call and they said, how would you like to be the head of BBC Comedy?
And I bet you said not half and bit their hand off. Ha ha ha.
You're wrong, I said, no thank you, and then I bit their hand off. Ha ha, stop your planning job, I said, I like making tea.
And in that case, why on earth did they give it to you?
And they said the job's yours, Jimmy. You're exactly the sort of person we're looking for. You're our sort of guy, you speak your mind. They still let me make the tea, though.
And well done, congratulations anyway. Now, why do you want to see me, boss?
And I'll cut straight to the throat. There have been complaints that your show is too woke, so you're going to have to take a pay cut or get out.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. You're too stuffy for today's comedy.
I am not, Duffy.
And yes, you are. You're woke. You've got to be more toxic like the rest of us.
You're being horrible, Mr. Alabaster.
And I know. Good, ain't it? Horrible is the new nice. Show us your nasty side.
And I can't be horrible. I simply don't have a racist or discriminatory bone in my body.
Hang on, I've got a few you can have. You'll just have to try. Let your inner animal take over. Take Sid James out with a punch in the bracket every now and again. I didn't get where I am by being nice.
Can I say that sort of thing? Yes, I grant you, but it's not real, is it? It's comedy.
Nowadays, the viewer expects you to be real. You've got to actually hit Sid. That's what people want on the screen. Reality TV.
And I suppose I could get someone to coach me in how to throw fake punches. You know, stage fighting.
Fake punches. No. People want to see action on screen. They want actual blood. Have you seen the latest Mrs. Brown's voice? Brendan O'Carroll went down like a side of beef when Grandad hit him. It was really funny. Ha ha ha.
Jim, what about my public persona, Jimmy? I'm non-violent. I'm a jolly nice fellow. Nice old Tony Hancock. It is comedy after all.
Comedy is dead, Tiny. Real life isn't funny. It's a violent world out there.
And what if I don't want to do that sort of thing? If I don't want my name associated with violence like some second-rate gangster?
Then we'll get someone else like Peter Kay or John Bishop. They're not woke. They like a good rock. I'm sorry and all that. Wait a minute. I'm not really.
I mean, it's all right for Sid James, isn't it? He's got the face for it. And well, thanks for letting me know, Mr. Alabaster. I'll have to go away and chew it over.
Well, don't take too long. We're recording the next episode of Hancock's Half Hour next Tuesday. Or should I say Peter Kay say garlic bread one more time, mate?
Is that the new script for Hancock's Half Hour, Tony?
And yes, it's absolutely ghastly. I abhor violence and I'm not having any part in it. I'd rather cut someone's head off with a rusty chainsaw.
Violence, what in the script? Do you have a giraffe? Where is it then? I can't see any fisticuffs in my script.
And that's 'cause it's not in your script. It's in mine, though. I have to commit a violent act.
Boy, what sort of act are we talking about?
No, I'm not going to tell you. It's part of my new non-disclosure contract, Sid. My lips are sealed.
And come on, Tony, don't be shy. I'm on your side. I said I wanted you to be less woke and more real, didn't I?
And I really can't, Sid. It's in my contract, as I said.
But I'm your best friend, your long-term wingman in Hancock's Half Hour. Come on, you can tell your old mucker.
You'll have to speak to Mr. Alabaster. There he is over there, talking to Peter Kay. The Judas.
Hello, Jimmy, nice seeing you. You're not the tea boy anymore, I see.
I'll make you a cup after the show, Mr. James. Do you still want the tea bag left in as usual?
Yeah, that's it. So it gets stronger the more you stir it. That's a real cup of Rosie Lee, that is.
We're running a bit late, too. So what can I do for you, Sydney?
Tony Hancock there says you've written some violence into Hancock's Half Hour and it's coming up in the next scene. But he's keeping it zipped and won't tell me what it is.
Where did you get that idea from? He's a bit of an old softy, Mr. Hancock, isn't he? Don't worry, Mr. James, there's no violence. Just make sure you don't hang your chin out, though.
And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only one of my little jokes. He'll feel a bit flat, though. Better make sure you don't.
Jimmy Alabaster told you not to worry, Hancock, and that there isn't going to be any violence.
Don't say I didn't try and warn you, Sid. That's all I'm going to say.
Show me what it says in your script, Hancock.
Not a chance. You might ruin it.
Okay, so let's just get on with it. The show must go on.
Scene 2. Tony Hancock and Sid James in 23 railway cuttings and cue Sid James action.
Gennaro Hancock, you're looking a bit miserable. Cheer up, for God's sake.
No more than usual. You want to mind your own business, mush.
I don't want your miserable boat race around the place, mate. Hancock, you punched me. That hurts. That wasn't in the script.
I did warn you, it is in my script. I'm not making it up. Look here. Tony Hancock punches Sid James in the bracket.
You have a good mind to punch you back. Sid James punches Tony Hancock in the flaming bracket.
You dare. I'm the star, don't forget that. You can't hit me. Anyway, I closed my eyes. I didn't try to hit you hard.
Yes, you did. I want 9 big ones like Freddie Flintoff. Mr. Alabaster, you saw that? Hancock just hit me.
I'm sorry, Sid. Hancock was getting too woke. We thought we'd spice it up a bit and make it more like real life. It was my idea, I admit it. I'm becoming a comedy genius, ain't I? Stop messing about. What did you do that for?
Because you told Tony Hancock to clobber me. So I thought I'd give you one back in the old meat grinders.
Up and hire Bob Mortimer and Vic Reeves for what you two cost me. They're real comedians.
Look, let's try not to fall out. Carry on with the script, Sid, old chap, as if it never happened.
I don't know, all right. Hit me again, Hancock, and I'll whack you so hard it will make Mike Tyson look like a Blue Peter presenter. Don't forget, I used to be a boxer. You did it again, you dirty rat, Hancock.
Action well in the script, you said hit me again. You Osprey.
Quick, help. Someone call Paddy McGuinness and Peter Kay. We need some security on the show. It's gone mental.
Order in court. It's Mr. Hancock again. Nice to be back, Judge Mendel. It's a pleasure to see you again. However, I am afraid that as far as His Majesty's courts go, it is not pleasurable to see you. Mr. Hancock, your appearances in court are becoming as regular as those you do on that wretched comedy program of yours. Very opposite, Your Honor. You hadn't considered writing scripts, have you? I'll put your name forward to our script writers, Galton and Simpson, if you like. I think you will find, Mr. Hancock, that if you use my name outside of court, you will be back inside for another one of your little appearances. Yes, very good. Aha! As I understand it, Miss Hancock, you have forsaken a comedic style and you're acting for a more physical approach. As a consequence, you are charged here with committing grievous bodily harm on your co-star, Mr. James, there. With all due respect, Your Honor, Mr. James is hardly a star. He's more a gas giant like Uranus.
I'll pump you in the bracket, Hancock, when we get out of here.
Mr. James, you will refrain from pumping any more brackets, as you in turn are facing a charge of GBH on one Mr. Williams over there.
The whole thing was Williams' fault, Your Honor. Hancock's half hour isn't political.
Silence in court. Now, Mr. Hancock, you tonight hit Mr. James on the head on 2 occasions at Pinewood Studios in April 2025. And I don't deny it, Your Honor. I only just wish I had hit him with something heavier like a hammer. In that case, it is plain and simple. All I have to consider now is the length of your sentence, Mr. Hancock. Sentence? No one said anything about a sentence. I was only acting, Your Honor. It's my job.
You went.
There is a difference, Mr. Hancock, between acting and committing a violent act. Are you aware of this? Yes, of course I'm aware, Your Honor. But I was told by Williams over there that it was in my script, and in his words I couldn't pussyfoot around. I had to wallop Sid there. If someone told you to put your hand in the fire, Mr. Hancock, would you do it? And if it was in the script, I would, Your Honor. Really, Mr. Hancock, you take your craft extremely seriously, don't you? And I put my hand in the fire very quickly, Judge. Not like that. So fast you could easily miss it, Your Worship. So what you are saying is that Mr. Williams forced you to strike Mr. James in the face against your will? And I am, Your Honor. He said I was being too woke, and that I had to toughen up and make Hancock's half hour more like real life. I'm the victim, Your Honor, around here, not Sid James. Sid had the gall to tell me to be less woke as well. Call Sidney George Albert James to the witness stand, please, usher.
It's all right, I heard you.
In your own words, Mr. James, when Mr. Hancock struck you, did it feel like he was acting?
Mr. Hancock is such a bad actor, Your Honor, it would be difficult to tell if he was acting or not. No, of course it wasn't acting, it was his woke attempt at a punch. And I heard that, James. You're off the show, James, with all your fake I'm a nice guy, bon honey.
So you didn't feel that Mr. Hancock was pulling his punches?
Mr. Hancock is a bit of a puny weed, so if he pulled his punches, I wouldn't have even felt them. He hit me as hard as he could. I lost a tooth.
You haven't got any teeth, mate. It was probably your loose dentures.
Mr. Hancock, any more outbursts and I'll have you taken forcibly to the cells. And I'll give you a hand you on earth.
You and whose army? I'd like to see you try.
Silence. You may wish to turn your television program into a thuggish barroom brawl, Mr. Hancock, but I will not have my court violated in the same fashion. Usher call Miss Alabaster.
Good afternoon.
Are you James Ignatius Alabaster?
People call me Jimmy.
Yes, as I said, James.
Not James, it's Jimmy.
Mr. Alabaster, did you at any time cause or encourage Mr. Hancock over there to hit Mr. James in the head with his fist?
No, just that it's in his script. All the actors have to stick to the script. That's what they get paid for. I'm the victim round here.
Mr. Alabaster, as I understand it, you are head of BBC Comedy. In which case do you write the Hancock's half-hour scripts?
No, Mr. Goldson and Mr. Simpson do.
You should ask him if he told Galton and Simpson to change the script to include the line Mr. Hancock punches Sid James in the head.
Don't be impertinent, Mr. Hancock. I was just about to. I am in charge of this court, not you. There are not to be many criminals in this court, but there can only be one judge.
I had to. They were too liberal and woke. Ordinary people were turning off. Mr. Hancock isn't toxic enough.
So you were indirectly responsible for Mr. James's injury. Do you agree?
I was only doing my job. It's the bead's fault. They told me I had to be the thinking man's Jeremy Clarkson.
But you were, in loco procuration.
No, I'm not loco. See, James hit me. I hadn't done nothing wrong.
It is difficult to get to the bottom of this case, however. It is my considered opinion that you are wholly equally guilty, but were it not for Mr. Hancock's easygoing woke nature, all this would never have happened.
This is an outrage, I protest. Williams is trying to recruit insults for the BBC, it's obvious.
I should call security and get Mr. Hancock escorted to the cells for sentencing in absentia.